How old were you when you first kind of got into comics, and what are some of the first comics you remember reading?
Hmm. Well, I think the very first comic I ever read, I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, and I was really into the Batman animated TV show, and it was sort of the time that the Tim Burton movies were out, so everyone was like Batman, 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 and I was thinking, yeah, you know what, I should probably have a look at some of these comics. So I went into a corner like newsagents and picked up what I thought was just a random comic book. Little did I know it was The Killing Joke.
Wow.
I don't know why a corner news agency was selling that.
Oh
And
my
I'm reading
God.
it, and there's like Joker like paralyzing, Oracle and stripping her naked, and there's like dwarfs beating up a naked Commissioner Gordon. And I'm like, okay, wow. That was like when I first got into comics, so
That could
that's
be
why
the
I like Superman
worst.
more now. No, just kidding.
No,
Yeah,
that is
it's
probably just
insane.
the
I
worst book to start off with.
I know.
You're like, I
I
like
actually
Batman.
picked it because I remembered the Monty Python skit about the killer joke. That they
Ah,
have a joke that makes people laugh to death, and they use it in World War
yeah.
Two. And I thought, oh, it's probably like making fun of that. No, it wasn't. Well, there you have it, guys. Yes, that is a true story. And as you saw from the text at the beginning, this is just a little piece of a much bigger video that was done where I was a guest on another channel called Owen Likes Comics, where he brought me on to talk about my favorite comic, which wasn't The Killing Joke. It was actually Superman Red Son. And we talked a lot about that. We went off on all these different tangents too. One of those tangents he's already uploaded as a separate video where we're talking about Star Wars Force Unleashed, which I'll link right here. But the full podcast interview thingy will be out tomorrow. So click on the link, check out the Star Wars video, and the full podcast will be there soon.
So,
It's weird though, because they have said with Kylo Ren that he sort of looks up to and sort of is like a Darth Vader fanboy.
yeah.
And that's part of the reason why he's built like that mask that he wears to kind of look like that, because it's like an homage to Vader. But I was like, did nobody tell him how that ended? you know, did nobody tell him, what happened? Like maybe I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know because Luke's the only one who really knows. Maybe he
Yeah.
didn't tell anyone. But I was like, if you were like looking to turn evil, wouldn't it make more sense if you're going to become a fanboy of the Emperor? I mean, rather than the guy who kind of sucked at being evil. He
Maybe.
whines in two of the prequel movies, and then like the only real opponent he faces is Count Dooku, who he defeats, and then he murders a bunch of kids. And it's like, I thought Vader was supposed to be like this guy who hunts down Jedis. All he really does, the only Jedis he kills are little kids, and that's somehow the most evil person in the galaxy. Give me a break.
Yeah, but he also
You're
goes,
weak, Vader. Weak.
No!
And that as well.
Let's not
Yeah.
talk about Star
It
Wars.
runs in the
prequels.
genes because Luke did that as well when he found out he's his dad. He's like,
Yeah,
no.
but that was a bit less